As I look over the Sea of Galilee this morning, I look back to this weekend that's been just filled with terror, heinous acts, just murder in cold blood, bodies laying in the streets of Jerusalem, bleeding out. And I ask myself, I ask the Lord, Jerusalem is called the city of peace. This is the place where where the Messiah will reign from. And I look at these victims of terror in that Neve Yaakov synagogue in Jerusalem, that neighborhood. And they've been named, even little Asher Natan. He's aged 14, youngest. He's the youngest. And this young Natan, right? This young kid, Asher Natan. So he lived in a building really close to the synagogue where the terrorists opened fire on. And you have this, he went to see some friends after Shabbat dinner, just spending time with his family. And he was actually the oldest of 8 children. Imagine all the other 7 children right now, how they feel. And you have this situation that, after the meal, he goes to see his friends. The parents hear gunshots. They run outside looking through the streets. Where's my son? Where's my son? My oldest of 8. By the time they had to break through the police barricades, these parents. By the time they found him, his body was lifeless. The police were around him. Shaul Chai, age 68. He was the Gabbai of the Zachor Lavraham synagogue in Pisgat Zev. He was gunned down also in cold blood outside the Ateret Avraham synagogue, a different one, nearby the Neve Yaakov synagogue. In this neighborhood nearby, he was on his way back to Pisgat Zev. He was going to eat a Shabbat dinner with a relative, and he was murdered in cold blood. Oh, Lord, you have Irina Kolova, Ukrainian. I think of these, she made Aliyah 6 years ago. A Jewish Ukrainian who made Aliyah, came to the land to live her life, and she's riddled with bullets. And, I think about how she worked there and how her livelihood was there in that neighborhood, Neve Yaakov. And I think how the Aliyah Return Center helps these people come, make their Aliyah, and help them get started in a new life. And look at this terror. Raphael ben Eliyahu, another victim. He was 56 years old. His son, also Matan, was also shot. Not dead yet, critical condition. But the father's dead. When his son, Matan, wakes up, where's my dad, Raphael? Where's my dad? This is wrong. This is so evil. Eli Mizrahi and his wife, Natalie, he was age 48, she was 45. They were recently married. This couple is they're heroic. They are heroic. What happened is they left their house. They heard the gunshots. They left their house to try to help any victims who were shot. She was performing CPR on one of these people when she herself was shot, point blank. Killed. The hospital, Hadassah and Kerem says of her, they said, yes, she would work here for 20 years and listen to the patients, bring them food, take care of them, ask how they're doing. She would make sure that hundreds of patients were left with a smile on their face from Hadassah Hospital. And this couple died. And I just think of the 7th one was this 26-year-old, Ilya Sosnaki. Lord, when will this end? You promised that, Jerusalem would be a city of peace. All the nations will stream here. But this terror thinks it's going to win. And I'm going to just declare terror will not win. It will not win, and we will not stop. The watchmen on the walls will not stop praying for the peace of Jerusalem, interceding for this city, for this country, for this place where the Messiah will come to and rule from. We will not give up. We will not surrender to terror. We will not fear. We will not back down. And we just pray for comfort. It says, mourn with those who mourn. We mourn with these families who are mourning right now. All those children, the whole nation is mourning. And it didn't end there. There was more terror throughout the weekend. We just pray, Lord, for these families. And we mourn with those who mourn. And we pray, Lord, you'll stop these evil ones who seek to bring your people terror and death, to kill, steal, and destroy. That's the enemy. We say, no, enough's enough.